In this video, we're going to dive into a batch obfuscated file that eventually unravels into Async rat, or a remote access Trojan, and some pretty neat malware. I have to add a disclaimer that I recorded this video some time ago. This is an old video. I think it's even back from July. This was a malware sample that I eventually decided that I would try to bundle into the NomCon CTF, or the Capture the Flag event that myself and my team had hosted way back when. So I didn't end up releasing this video, but now it's here for you, and I have to admit, it's kind of cheesy. It's before I had this new setup. It's late at night, so I'm kind of quiet, but I hope you'll bear with it and enjoy. But hey, before we dive in, I would like to take a quick second to thank the sponsor for today's video, and that is ipinfo.io. Now, if you aren't familiar and you might be asking, hey, what is ipinfo? It's all in the name. ipinfo provides accurate, up-to-date IP address information, including geolocation data, VPN detection, abuse contacts, and other data types in a fast and clean API. They've been doing this for 8 years, and they handle over 40 billion API requests every single month. They also provide a bunch of free features and tools that can be super handy in getting data quickly. One of the most common use cases for me is honestly just to check my own public IP address, and I can just simply run curl ipinfo.io or check the details of another IP address that I might be investigating by running curl ipinfo/that IP address. If you want to play with the data yourself, I'd recommend grabbing the IPinfo Golang client from github.com/ipinfo/CLI and running some commands. Honestly, IPinfo offers a ton of enriched information on different IP addresses, and the fact that it's in a super clean API means that you can script it and automate it in whatever way you might like. If you haven't checked it out, I really recommend you do so. You can find it online at ipinfo.io, and it's free to sign up and go kick the tires for a little bit. Have some fun. Thank you so much, IPinfo, for sponsoring this video. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. It is a little bit late at night as I'm recording this. You can see I got kind of the night light on. We might end up going into dark mode pretty soon. But look, I gotta put the disclaimer. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet in this video because I got some people, you know, the family. You got everybody sleeping in the house, and I don't want to wake them, but I still want to record some content for you guys. So let's get to it. I'll hop over to my computer screen here, and let's see what we're up to. So I'm over in Remnux. We're gonna be doing some malware analysis in this video. This should be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited for this one because I just got this email that came through, and it looks really, really interesting and really, really fun. I like just opened the file and I was like, this would make a good video. So I haven't dove in just yet, but I'm super excited to. It says, hey, John, I got this email. I got an email with a sketchy batch file that I'm 90% sure is malware. I thought you would like to take a look at it, so hey, please enjoy. Password of the zip file is infected. I was unable to add the file due to Gmail blocking it, so here's a download link, and he offered it here. It says, by the way, it's encoded with some Chinese characters or something. I looked it up, and you can get rid of those by doing something with this. And they link to a, looks like a batch obfuscator repo, which I haven't seen before, so that's kind of cool, and a little deobfuscator script. I don't know if that's what we're going to be up against, but let's check it out. So I'm working in Remnux, right, as I mentioned. I have this directory here for batch, and I have the attachment zip file already downloaded from that download link. You could try and unzip this, and I do get that unsupported compression method. When I see that happen, I think, all right, let's just try and do this with 7-zip or 7z. You can use E to extract, and there now it'll prompt for the password. I'll use that password infected as I suggested. And now in this directory, I have the attachment.bat. So if I take a gander at this guy, it is that. It is going to be using some of those peculiar Chinese characters or whatever characters that aren't obviously a regular batch script, human readable. I don't know if this even executes on its own. I don't exactly want to detonate this and kind of find out. I like that there's a random O and like emoji text in here. But yeah, that's that. So let's see what this really does if from that email he included, oh, hey, I was actually able to find this that might help obfuscate or deobfuscate this thing. So let's fire that up in a web browser. Let's go ahead and get to it. There we go. So this repository, as I'm looking at it, says it obfuscates your batch files to prevent people from stealing code. It is a script file. To simply drag and drop onto the desired action. This tool basically confuses your text editor into thinking something else. Part of me wants to know if it will still actually execute, though. Like, would it run? But I don't know if I want to detonate this thing or not. The obfuscator is pretty clear. Looks like it is using certutil to decode this in some way. And I wonder if that's just genuinely what it does to obfuscate. Let's play with this for just a little bit. In the deobfuscator, the deobfuscation command is this syntax that at first I kind of looked at it. I was like, are you sure? Is that really kind of what that does? So I guess we'll find out. I do have a Windows virtual machine up and ready. So I'll go ahead and play with that. I guess let's make a directory here for us to tinker in. We'll call this just batch, kind of as before, and I'll get a command prompt open in that directory. Oh, I need to be in desktop. Duh. Okay. Now I'm in there. That's pretty empty. Now it's a matter of getting this file over there. I could try and copy and paste the whole thing, but because it's like those strange characters, I don't know how well that will work. Do I have updog in this? I do. Oh, okay, fantastic. What is the IP address on this thing? I'm not in Terminator right now and I'm upset. I am 215. So back in that Windows VM, I'll close out some of these other unnecessary windows that I don't mean to accidentally open. Let's see if I can get to that 9090 with updog. Pretty please. Is this on a NATed connection? Oh no, it's just straight up dead. I probably disabled the internet connect. Yeah. Probably testing malware previously, and I was like, no, let's disable internet. How about now? Edit this part out of the video. It is bridged. Is this guy bridged? I would have to think so. Come on. What is updog doing? I've seen this be weird before. Oh, this guy was natted. Okay, now updog is up, and I can go ahead and download that attachment.bat. Yep, let's go ahead and keep it. And I'll move that into this directory. There we go. Okay, and then we still want to make sure that we can get that deobfuscator. Let's test this little obfuscator one to begin with. Let's see if that will actually work. I will just go ahead and here, and I'll create a like notepad obfuscator .cmd. Yep, go ahead and create it. We'll paste in all of that code, and let's create a new like add echo off echo hello world, run the date command, run pwd, and run pause, I guess, and we can just call that on the desktop that batch directory. We'll make it like a test.bat. How about that? Okay, so if I were to run the obfuscator script, It needs arguments according to that source code that we saw, right? If the argument that's passed in is not equal to something or not, and whether or not we have certutil. So it is going to be using certutil, and I know that we have certutil because that is a built-in. Yep. So let's run our obfuscator on our test.bat. There we go. And now I have a testo.bat. Can I check out what our testo? Oh, there's our original. Still looking good. How about that testo.bat obfuscated? Yeah, it's using that Chinese characters with certutil. Now, will that actually execute? Let's try and run testo.bat. And it does. Okay. I've never seen that obfuscation technique before. That's kind of neat. And it doesn't know PWD? I guess it's like CD, yeah, in batch. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that deobfuscator now. Let's grab that syntax and see if we can deobfuscate what we know is our attachment.bat. Part of me wants to rename that so I don't actually detonate this. Yeah, let's rename that to like a .nerf because I don't want to run that on accident. And then we can edit the... Open this with Notepad, please. Yep, always open nerf files with Notepad. There it is. Fantastic. So let's create a deobfuscator.cmd. Yep, go ahead and create it. We'll paste that in, and I'll add for the extension tests a .nerf extension. So let's run the deobfuscator with our attachment.bat.nerf. And we get that. Okay. Let's make this full screen so that I could potentially grab all of this. And there's a lot here. So I'm going to scroll up for quite some time, apparently. There we go. I've copied all that. And now let's bring that into our Remnux VM. So we can call this like stage 1, I guess, .bat. And this is semi-readable. Like this has portions of it. I can see the @ sign. I can see set commands and a lot of strange, some base 64 in here. Temp 64, a lot of good stuff. Wimic commands, for loops. Okay, so this looks really potentially useful. But it's using like variable expansion based off of other already known environment variables like public. Like if I were to go back to our Windows VM, yeah, terminate the batch job, please. There is a profile variable on its own. Oh, sorry, public. Public is the variable that I need to display there. Yeah. So C users public. So if this were to be with an @ sign there, and then we were to echo out that value, it gives me @echo off. So we should start to clean this. We'll do a cleaned, I guess that's a stage 1 cleaned .bat. And this can be @echo off, as we know. Let's go ahead and find out what this does. And I'm going to be trying to toggle back and forth between virtual machines here. This is kind of going to get annoying. But let's echo that out. There's a CLS, or a clear screen. And then we have a set variable being set here. So our $ can equal something. R caret, right? Can I echo R caret after I set that? Oh. R. Okay, so the caret really does nothing from what I understand. I think it's like an escape character in batch. But that gives us that string, which is weird. Yeah, so then we can get pieces of R to be displayed out. So now R has been set like that. And the case doesn't really matter in batch. Like the variable expansion is not going to matter whether you use a uppercase or lowercase variable. You can see that there. So what will this render out here? We'll do another echo with that value. Set name equals batch obfuscator by moom825. Interesting. We get a name there. And that would not actually execute, would that? Because it has spaces in it. Does batch actually play nicely with those spaces in between variables? No, it doesn't. That would have just not actually set a value. What's going on here? We can echo this syntax, set GitHub to a batch obfuscator made in Python. Oh, that's kind of slick. Let's go find out what this repo is. What do you got here? Batch obfuscator made in Python. Obfuscate a batch file with a simple to use Python script. At echo off turns it into all of those Chinese characters. Nice. I've never seen that before, and I think that's super slick. It requires Python 3. Not bad, not bad. What does the code do? it's like using Figlet and like an easy GUI to pick a batch file. Wow, that's crazy. And it adds in itself. It adds in its own disclaimer. Very slick. Kind of cheeky, but kind of neat that this is a thing. Wow. It uses certutil to decode itself. Maybe? We'll see. No. It must have used certutil to actually do this. But what do you echo here? Okay, so that tries to redirect it to nothing. You can see the null call that was there previously. It redirected it out. So net1 session. Is net1 a command? Yeah, net1 would have worked. I'm surprised by that. I'd never seen that. The problem with this is that we are repeatedly going to have to test these one by one to see what they're actually displaying out. So let's not. Let's not do that one by one. Let's grab all of the syntax. Oh, this looks like an if statement, though. That I might need to actually determine. If error level is equal to 0, that's got to be an if statement. If error level is equal to 0, which means if that command succeeded, in my case it didn't when I tried to run it. Oh, that'll do some weird thing. And there's an else statement in here. That's kind of cool that it's using this variable to like pull other things. And then all of these would be inside of that else statement. Oh, dear God. Why does that completely destroy my syntax highlighting? Oh, can I not copy and paste that, please? I don't want you to actually execute this. Ooh. That's a juicy one. Run PowerShell. Oh, with those arguments for a window mode to be hidden, right? EP, execute profile, no. Or execution policy should be 0, so that's bypass. No profile taxi, and add an exclusion path to defender to not scan this entire file system. Nice. Does that actually work when you use PowerShell just like with a slash immediately for it, like as the argument? Let me try it. That will make it hidden. Oh God, that killed my command prompt. Let's go into batch one more time. Hello. You won't use your stinking, how about that? There we go. I just set it to like a in the moment PowerShell and it displays it. So apparently you can do that. All things that I'm learning. This is going to end up going to null over and over again. You can see that here. But I see reg commands in there. Right? Yeah, it's going to try and go to null, but let's not redirect it. Oh, no. Oh, it has an OR statement in there. Crap. What is that OR statement going to be? Like, you can see the pipe? Okay. Whoops, my bad. Copy this. Let's echo that out. Oh, I don't have my R variable anymore because I lost that session. Would this run in DOSBox, by the way? Like, part of me wants to know if I don't have to keep toggling in and out of different virtual machines here. I wanted this. So echo that. No. Oh, no, it's still sending it to null. Yeah, so let's not redirect that to null. And we call service host as our OR there. If that were to fail, is that what the pipe does in batch? I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong in that understanding. But let's not have that. And let's try and just echo that. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if this stinking works in DOSBox. Do I have DOSBox? Because like some Windows things will work just like right off the bat in DOSBox for like the command cmd.exe representative. Or I think like wine. Maybe it's wine that does that. I probably didn't even need. Thanks, wine. Yeah, do your thing, man. No rush. We're not in a hurry or anything. We're just recording for the people in sleepy time hour analysis. Paste. Oh, dear God. Okay, that did not like whatever was happening. Yeah. How about, does DOSBox do it? Oh, no. No, that's going to be like way old school batch, and I'm not even going to be able to paste. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Let's get back to this thing. Echo that. There we go. So reg add HKCU environment winder command exe start nothing minimized with an F0. What is that variable going to be though? Reg add current user environment, and that's creating a variable cmd/start min. But what is that supposed to equal? Service host? Is it just piped to service host though? I think it was. Whatever. Weird. Let's remove the null portions here. And let's see what else is in this. Okay, anyway, listener, viewer, the person who sent me an email, if you weren't already convinced that this was malware, your immediate PowerShell, hey, add an exclusion to the entire file system probably should tell you that's kind of sus. Run task name, Microsoft Windows disk silent cleanup. Okay, that must be something that it tries to add in. Yeah. Oh, shoot. It writes it into a public directory, like a public file. Does it? Let's echo that one. Yeah. And then all these stupid... It tries to write an iCar file? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it totally... Is that an iCar file? We have to see this. I need to remove all of the caret symbols, though. It deletes the environment win directory and then echoes the iCar file syntax, iCar standard antivirus test file, into user public my. If you guys haven't heard of the iCar file before, it is a standard like test of antivirus capability. Can I download one? Yeah. Like, that's it. That is the standard iCar file in text format. So it must be testing whether or not the antivirus is actually disabled, like if it stopped Windows Defender from running, because it just straight up drops an iCar file to disk in C users public. That is hilarious and awesome. What would that end up turning out to be? Exit. Okay, and then it just kills itself if it didn't succeed. So this must run like a second time. But then we're doing a lot more reg ads, and I for one want to know what all of these are doing. So I want to echo all of these out. So what I'm going to do is just take all of these lines, highlight them all, and I'm going to use Control-Shift-L on my keyboard to create multiple Sublime Text cursors. So then when I hit the home key, I can drag all of them to the very start of the line and enter echo just here on its own, so that I can then include all of this in a script file. I'll call it like pieces.bat. That's fine. Paste it all in. And let's turn echo off. So that way all of these lines will be displayed out and just echoing out their contents. Oh, I actually need to set the R variable since that is still being used for referencing different characters. So if I were to run pieces.bat now, there we go. Now we get a lot of good spicy stuff as to what this might be doing. So all of these lines can now be clobbered, and we are really, really shutting down Defender. We're saying toast enabled set to false, so we don't display any notifications. That's kind of smart. Same thing with no toast application notification, no toast notification lock screen. Make sure those are enabled. Windows System Toast, security admin maintenance. Yeah. Disable notifications, disable antivirus spyware, real-time protection. That's crazy. It's like, look, we don't want anyone to see us doing the shady stuff. All in spine it. That's crazy. Enable smart screen. Yep. Okay. We're definitely sketchy now. This is going to end up being a label. mrnbt. Do we have a go-to command in here? Maybe we don't see it. Maybe it's cut up. But we look like we're then going to be building out a certificate file that we'll use certutil to decode and then execute. But this base64 at the very start looks like an executable. So I think there's going to be some other spooky stuff in that. Let's check that out. I want to echo what this does, set pooth. Pooth is the variable that we see using, and it's going to put it into a winder.exe. Obviously fake, right? Obviously not a legitimate, valid winder.exe. But that will then echo the start into pooth. Because it's going to echo every single time the value of temp64 into pooth, and eventually it's going to end up running it. Yeah, so there's got to be something else in that file. I definitely want to go ahead and run this then, so just so I can generate that new pooth win directory file. So let's modify our pieces.batch script, and we'll maintain our R variable, but now we'll change pooth to be our own pooth.exe. Yep. And this will all make it something that will be a certutil base64 file. So let's let it do that, I guess. Let's dir. We don't have pooth just yet, but if I were to run pieces, Now I got Pooth. Now that is going to be a base64 encoded file though. So let's run notepad on Pooth as it is. Yeah, you can see the certificate here and then the end certificate. So we'll need to use certutil to decode that the same way that they do. Let's decode Pooth into Pooth. How many times am I going to say Pooth? Let's run Pooth.exe into decoded, I suppose. Yep. And Defender, I don't know if you can see it. Defender just popped up and is like, yo, we found something here. Oh, it thinks it's async rat. Okay. My face was in the way. I feel bad. Did it delete it? I'm pretty sure it deleted it. Yeah. No, it's still there. It's still there. What is that file? Sketch. Let's now copy that over. Is Updog still going? I think he is. So back in the directory here, we can go ahead and choose a file to upload. That was in desktop batch. You know, we can just take pooth.exe, upload it. Please. Come on. You didn't put Pooth. Upload. I see you spinning. I see you going. There goes Pooth. Okay, but that's the base64 copy, right? So pooth.exe is the certificate one. Let's move that to Pooth. I guess like certificate.base64. Yeah. Okay. So let me modify that to remove the certificate pieces here, and then let's base64 decode that into the actual Pooth. Excuse me? Did it work? Yeah. Oh, and it is an assembly. Excellent. Okay, so we could start to work with that, but is our batch script done? Is that everything that we were going to do? We decode it, wait 1 second, call it, execute it, and then we use disable variables. Let's echo that out to see what that for loop might look like. Let's echo just this syntax. Oh God, did it not copy again? I'm sorry, I know this is frantic, like going back and forth to Windows, but yeah. So it's gonna, for every entry in task list, trying to find winder.exe, it will delete the loop argument. Let's grab the pieces here. Where's the del? I saw a del line in there to delete it. This must be it. Maybe? There it is. Public exe else. I want to know what that else is. I want to know what the whole rest of these are, because there's the exit. But let's find out what the else is. Echo that thing. Excuse me, sorry, I hit the microphone. Else go to that label that we saw. And there was that go to command I was thinking about. Okay. So yeah, it is going to try and loop this sort of process. I think we can go ahead and get started looking at our pooth.exe then. I am in Remnux, which means I'll have to use the ilspy command one, and that fails. Why? Can I d4 dot it and maybe clean it up? What? Are you kidding? Maybe I didn't decode it the right way. I'm bad pooth.exe. Let's go back and put it with updog again. So let's refresh. we called it decoded. Oh no, but Defender stopped it. Did Defender kill it now? Is it straight dead? Yeah, it's totally dead. All right, Defender, you can take a chill pill. Like, don't worry about this one. Trust me on this one. Come on. I know Defender's whining like, hey, you turned it off. I know. I did that on purpose. Cert util, tag decode, poot.exe, decoded.exe. How about that? Cool. Now we have our decoded.exe. Let's upload that guy. Get back to Linux. ls tac la. Is decoded and original Puth? Oh yeah, they were super different. How about decoded.exe? There you go. Still in assembly. Let's use that for decoded.exe. What you got? Ooh, okay, a little something. Let's redirect that to Puth.cs, I suppose. Let's see what we're working with here. A lot of random things. Oh, and this is also a very long file. See, this is where I would have wanted, like ILSpy, the program, the utility. I know I'm cheating, but I just want to go into my Linux VM, like my regular Ubuntu VM. I'm going to pull that up. Forgive me, everybody. There we go. We'll get him cooking. Is there anything else that's weird in here? It would be good to kick this to VirusTotal just to see like what it has in mind. So let's work with the very, very original like attachment.bat to begin with. Because attachment.bat on its own was the obfuscated like Chinese characters, right? That might be really tough for VirusTotal to pick up on, or like automated things. Any engines that it has, any automated security solutions, any scanners. I don't know how well that will look. How many detections will that hit? Ooh, Kaspersky. Nice. Dude, Kaspersky 1 out of 56 so far. All right. You got to give credit where credit is due, Kaspersky's the only one that hits it. Cool. How about our good old decoded boy? I'm sure that's going to light up. Because the Defender was like, hey, that's async rat. Yep, clam AV hit. Siren. Oh. There you go. You just needed to unravel the pieces, guys. You just needed to like peel the layers off the onion. 39. We're up to 60, 40 detections. Yeah, that's bloody. 43. Cool. All right. Those are the suspicions that we had. Let's get a regular Ubuntu going because I know I have ILSpy in there, and we could probably download the download from. Got terminal open. Let's also make a directory batch in here. And what was the IP address? 19? Yeah. Okay. So let's get decoded and let's move that into here, and then let's run ILSpy. And we'll just kind of work with this manually now. Because that, like, as nice as the ILSpy command thing is, it's good, but it also just displays it all in output. And I kind of would like to... What? It is an assembly, guys. Why are you not displaying that? Did I not put it here? Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot to move it into the batch directory. There we go. Now let's try and open that up. Batch. Okay. Entry point is that thing. Nice. What do we got? Totally obfuscated. Okay, so would D4 dot be worthwhile at this point? Maybe we should have gone back to doing that in Remnux. Now that we have the actual binary. Found an obfuscator. Some sort of thing. Well, I should have done that freaking in here because I'm using IELTS here. It's probably just renamed things to like things that it didn't know or did know. That might not have been all that helpful whatsoever, but we're going to find out. I'm not capitalizing the way I should be. There we go. Let's get that one more time. Decoded, cleaned. Yeah, just a little bit of a size shaved off. Not much at all, but it probably cleaned it a smidge. So pulls in some DLL things. Okay. Odd modules. Structures. With some data, maybe? Maybe? What do you guys do? Okay. Lots of extremely random variable names that don't exactly help me make sense of this. File stream. Okay, writing things. It would be fun to detonate this. it'd be fun to like do some quote unquote dynamic analysis. I will say maybe we could try and see it and see if it tries to connect anything or like do anything wonky. Like I would love to find a domain or like an IP address in here that this might call back out to. It is a rat after all, supposedly, right? Defender was thinking, hey, that's async rat. Lots of memory stream decompression stuff. gzip stream, memory stream. But I want to find like some strings, like a smoking gun string, you know, that says like, okay, we're calling out to this IP address or this domain. Like that would be cool. I haven't ran strings yet. and that's a fault of my own. Ooh, some goodness in here. Scheduled tase on logon, highest. That's got to be persistence to create itself. Run itself with highest priority. Yep, run itself. Software, Microsoft Windows, current version run. Yep, uses a reverse string in there. A batch script is created for, again, some more persistence. They're like doubling up, tripling up on persistence here. You gotta love it, man. Ooh, some bytes that for a master key looks like it's gonna do some cryptography. AES in here, maybe to encrypt the comms. Looks like it. Append to string AX2. Whoa. What the F is all of this? Are these just all random base64 things, or are they encrypted and encoded? That's a long boy. That's going for a while. Okay, so it must go ahead and do something with these functions. Encoding, convert from base64. Is it just base64 decoding these? I feel like it is. Yeah. It's just base64 decoding. Well, dang. Let's go see what the heck those things are. I want to know. I'm sure some of them are like data keys. Yeah. But some of them could also very well be weird stuff. I moved out of Linux Ubuntu, and I really didn't need to. Let's subble base64 strings, I suppose. Not all of these are actually base64, so that can die. That's just defined. That can die. Let's get everything that's in these double quotes. Find all on these. And then let's all just display them out. So at the very, very beginning of each line, I want to remove. And at the very, very end of each line, I want to remove to get rid of the quotes. So now we have the base64 strings. Let's hop over to our terminal here. Let's cat them out. And let's do a little stupid bash loop. We'll do like a while read line. We could do an xargs thing, but I just have habit of doing a while read line. Echo that to base64 minus D. Done. And is there anything interesting in here? No. All complete nonsense data. Maybe that's going to be used for some encryption thing. I don't know, but I'm flying around frantically, and I shouldn't be. We could dissect that more if we wanted to, but I think we are already at the point where, like, hey, this is bad. Oh, there are some socket and stream stuff being set up in here, though. Buffer size, send size. It doesn't. Whoa. Wait a second. Is this referring back to all that data? To get text. I want to know what you connect to. DNS get host address of text, and text is AVWB Christmas right there. With random portions? What? Download stuff with web client. But there weren't like strings in that output. Were there not? There weren't. That's just a weird one. But that's not an IP address. There are no domains in there. Bit converter, new thread, blah, blah, blah. Packet messages ping. What is this? I've gone somewhere else that I didn't want to go. String text. IP address equals DNS get host address text. I would love to know what text turns out to be, but this on its own, like, there's no way that decodes anything worthwhile. What do they do with that then? New character 1, comma, length. I don't know what that code is doing. And it's getting a new random next one of something else. Like as an index. I don't get that. I might be stupid. What about this guy? This is another one where there was no like real data to that. But the function that it called it didn't look like it decrypted it. Did it? Take me back. Well, it defined it here and then went down. But that's just a base 64 decode call on Christmas. I don't know why I'm calling it that. Oh, wait. No. I don't know. Maybe it's too late and I'm digging through that more than I should. At this point, again, we kind of know what's up. So these other functions, is there anything else in here? This is just kind of more comms. Packet, send plugin, DLL, hashes, packet messages, pong. Received. Okay, so this is just, again, its own C2. Message pack, plugin. Oh, this has a lot. Checks if it is an administrator. And checks for antivirus. Cool. What else you got? Builds a little data to grab there. Some reconnaissance. Get the operating system kind. Detect if we're in a virtual machine. Nice. Yeah. Does it just kill itself if it's in a virtual machine? I mean, I don't know where this other function would have like flowed down to, but it's definitely trying to determine if it's in a virtual machine. Oh man, so maybe I wouldn't have all that much luck if I tried to run it in a little sandbox. We could kick it to some stuff though, you know. We'll give it to like any run, and I'll try and run it on my machine. I don't know if because I suck at like monitoring with process monitor or doing other detection stuff. Whoa. Yeah, this is monitoring a lot. Microsoft null. Gstring replace true 64-bit. That's cool. Obviously horrible, but cool to determine like its user level, the admin, and just pass that back to the C2 server. I don't know, it pulls in a lot of functions here. Nice. Okay. So if Defender thinks that this is async rat, we get about 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm back in Remnux because I hit Alt-Tab, but I didn't need to. How about async rat? Async rat C#. A lot of good stuff around here. Let's see if this kind of talks about everything that we... Oh! That looks kind of familiar. Actually... What does the source code look like? Client. This isn't all that close to what we were looking at. We could dig through the source code, but another picture. This looks like identical to the README. Yeah. Async rat with phishing. I want to know if they use any of the batch script stuff, because that would be kind of slick. Oh, this is super recent. Holy crap. June 27th? Okay, they do it with Visual Basic script. We've seen Revenge Rat, but Revenge Rat is like very, very telling in its username. Ooh, they use the encoded payload though. That's not what we had seen strictly in batch, but Hmm. Ooh. This, however, is practically identical to what we just saw. Okay. Like, we literally still have that open. Where was that? Oh, this must be the mutex that was created to initialize things, to create the sockets here. This right here. Like, this display looks gosh darn the same with, like, referencing everything. This must be the send info function right here. Yeah. Client info, exactly. That's exactly it. All right. So totally async rat. Yep. Same sort of persistence methodology with the scheduled tasks, string reverse, everything that we've already just seen. I'd love to know which C2 servers this calls back to, though. So let's try it in any run as a start. And then maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, I'll run this on my own box. We'll play. This is in batch. And you can use the clean one, I think, right? Come on. Come on. Let's do it. We'll let it go. See if it gets anywhere. Okay, here goes any run. It's kickstarting it. I don't know if it's going to detect the fact if it's in a virtual machine or not. Oh, making connections. To some IP addresses. 9001. Ooh, there's a little service host in there. A Canada IP address, though. DNS requests. Microsoft. Those seem weird. Is there anything else that you're going to do? No. 9001, though. Again. Suspicious activity. Yeah, I mean, I would agree, but it didn't blow up like I thought it might. Like, there weren't any other child I mean, I guess this is kind of it, you know? Like, if I were to try and run this with the attachment.bat, maybe that would go crazy. And we could try that, like, from Remnux. Does it need me to create an account or anything? Ah. I'm carrying the Let's Hunt. Yeah. It's going to want me to register. Oh, no. Just give me a public task. Please? No, I need to register. All right. I can just go ahead and download the original script. Bring that here. Oh, I freaking keep moving back with my alt tabs. Let's do another one. Let's go again. Let's just use the attachment.bat because I'm sure that will unravel a little bit more. Do it. Yeah, that's fine, man. You do what you got to do, my friend. Oh, I should have kept track of that Canada IP address, though. Weird. I don't know if that's anything. Oh, come on. I don't want you to run it as a text file, dude. I want you to run it as a script. You're useless. Stop. Where is the... Where did you put this? Can I not paste? You stinking... All right, that's not worth it. The cleaned one is going to be the exact same as the regular decoded one because it is the exact same, just like. But let's get that Canada IP address because I didn't write it down like an idiot. And were there any other IOCs, emails, async route itself? I wonder if we match it. Oh, the C2, it's a 7.9 though. Let's go to Showdown. Are you cooking over there? You are. What is this one? Switzerland. What's the conversation in Reddit a year ago? Get out of here. No, not all that helpful. That's US. What connections did you have? This one. Ah! Repeatedly to port 9001 on this guy, though. It's Canada. Oh, Shodan, you don't even know what's up, man. Well, what should we do? Is that port going to be a thing? Like, should we just try and talk to it for some reason? Oh, you're putting me in the US? You jerk. 9001. Hello? Hello? I don't know if that C2 is still even going to be up or if it's going to be HTTP or HTTPS. But I think we were still able to diagnose this as async rat. And despite this being probably an extremely boring video because I was very quiet and didn't do a whole lot, I hope that was a little bit of fun. You got to see some other neat techniques for batch obfuscation. I think that Chinese character thing is kind of really cool, not gonna lie. And the caret repeated use in batch script I thought was very, very slick as well, and using some of those other variable names to just build out other potential commands. I thought that was kind of slick. So I hope you thought so too. But it's like midnight right now, guys. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for sticking with me. Hope you enjoyed this sleepy time little malware analysis. But we'll keep cranking, and we'll do it again for the next one. Thanks for sticking with me, everybody. Toodaloo. Take care. Am I even going to upload this thing? I don't friggin' know.